They are planning to destroy your mind and your power, trying to throw you aside. Now they are trying every means to control you. They are focusing on your deepest fears to belittle you, manipulate you, and completely neutralize you. But never worry, because your light will turn into a dark grave for them. Every attack, every plan, will reveal the true power within you. Now write 77 in the comments. They are making one last move, but they don't realize that this last move will be their end. The moment they lose everything will be the moment of your rise. You've long stood at the center of a cosmic struggle, where forces you could not always see conspired against your every step. But now, the tide is shifting in your favor, and those who sought to subjugate you will soon realize the full extent of their miscalculations. What they didn't foresee is that their constant surveillance has only added weight to the scales of justice. The authorities, aware of the dangers surrounding you, have begun to take action, safeguarding what was always yours. The walls of secrecy are crumbling as your rightful rewards draw nearer, and soon the chains that once held you in place will snap, allowing the universal flow to carry you toward freedom. In the grand play of the universe, this moment isn't just another chapter. It's the realization of a deeper law at work. The resources and recognition headed your way are not just the product of earthly systems. They are the direct manifestation of universal forces, correcting the imbalance that once sought to hinder your rise. The momentum is so powerful now that even those in charge have adjusted their methods to protect what is destined for you. What seemed to be a bureaucratic process is now revealed as divine intervention, as the scales of balance tip back in your favor, restoring what was taken and ensuring its safe arrival. Like a river finally breaking free from a dam, the flood of blessings coming your way is more than just a rush of resources. Each dollar, each asset, carries with it the weight of divine intention. What may seem like a mere financial blessing on the surface is actually a gift from higher forces, perfectly timed and designed to match the calling on your life. This isn't just a payout, it's a cosmic realignment, a correction that doesn't only shift your personal trajectory, but sends ripples through the entire universe. This moment isn't just about receiving, it's about your ascension. What you are stepping into isn't just prosperity, it's your spiritual evolution unfolding, backed by the universal law that has always been guiding you. The security around your settlement is unlike anything typical. Those overseeing your case are working with an awareness far beyond the mundane. Their heightened caution and specialized protocols are no accident. They understand what others fail to see. This is not just another financial transaction. It's a case with the threads of destiny woven through it, and they've recognized the external forces that have long sought to disrupt your progress. Extra precautions are now in place to ensure that no outside interference can delay the inevitable transfer of what is rightfully yours. This is a high-stakes process, handled by those who are aware of the delicate cosmic energies at play. The individuals safeguarding your journey are not simply fulfilling their roles. They are conscious conduits of a higher order. These protectors sense the sacred nature of your case and are acting with a dual purpose: to ensure the completion of their earthly duties and to serve as channels for the divine forces that have marked this moment as significant. Special systems and encrypted networks now surround your settlement, ensuring that nothing can compromise this sacred process. Every aspect of the transfer is being carefully shielded from interference, ensuring that what is meant for you arrives untouched by the forces that once sought to steal it. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the Super Thank You button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom. For you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. In the end, the very forces that once tried to contain your blessings are now the ones who will bear the consequences of their actions. Their covert operations, once concealed in secrecy, now stand in broad daylight, their motives laid bare. What was meant to stop your progress has now become the trigger for their own unraveling. With the universe watching, every act of sabotage, every plot against your ascension is exposed, and the cosmic justice that has been patiently waiting to unfold will finally assert itself. The scales will balance, and those who sought to harm you will face the repercussions of their misguided actions as the universe redirects its flow toward the rightful recipient. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. They believed their actions were undetectable, but their attempts to interfere have left a trail so clear that it's now impossible for the authorities to overlook. Their obsession wasn't simply a passing curiosity, it was a deep, consuming fixation. They watched, listened, and tracked every movement with an intensity that could only come from a desire to control. What they failed to grasp was that their very actions, meant to undermine, became the very proof that would unravel their plans. The energies of protection were already set in motion. And now, with the weight of their transgressions revealed, their efforts to manipulate are being exposed. The divine order works through moments like these, unraveling their hidden tactics exactly when your moment of elevation is nearing. This exposure isn't by chance, it's the necessary recalibration to ensure your security as you transition into this next phase. There is no coincidence in the timing of this revelation. Those who are entrusted with your protection have a full understanding of the extent to which you have been under surveillance. They've seen through the surface-level distractions, the subtle efforts to block your progress, and are now taking extraordinary steps to shield you from any further attempts to derail your course. These measures go far beyond what is typical. They are responding to an unseen force at work, one that has guided them to act in alignment with a higher purpose. The very systems meant to uphold the law are now being channeled to protect the integrity of your journey, ensuring that those who seek to disrupt your flow are now facing the consequences of their actions. The protection of your progress is now woven into the fabric of the universe's plan. Each piece of assistance, each adjustment made by those who stand by you is part of a larger orchestration. The material wealth you are about to receive is not just about compensation, it's a reflection of a profound energetic shift that serves your divine purpose. The resources approaching you were never meant for simple accumulation. They carry transformative codes, ready to activate areas of your life that have been dormant. The true nature of this blessing isn't about wealth in the traditional sense. It's about the empowerment of your entire being, a powerful step forward in your soul's journey. You know, life is a lot like tending a garden. Sometimes it feels like you're just planting seeds in the dirt, unsure if they'll ever grow. You water them, nurture them, pray over them, trusting deep down that something beautiful is coming, even when all you see is bare soil. You can't rush the growth, and you certainly can't dig them up every day to check if they're sprouting. You've got to trust the timing, knowing that beneath the surface, something divine is at work. That's exactly where you find yourself now. Around you, right this moment, there are people carefully tending the final details of something big, something that's about to bloom in your life. These aren't just ordinary folks doing a regular job. They're part of a greater spiritual purpose, even if they don't fully realize it yet. Every person involved, from the ones making decisions at desks and in offices to the ones quietly working behind the scenes, is playing a role in something profound unfolding for you. Just like gardeners caring for precious seedlings, they're guided by a higher intelligence, one that's carefully overseeing every step, ensuring nothing disrupts the extraordinary harvest that is about to appear in your life. You see, friend, there comes a time when the seeds you've planted through faith, hope, and patience finally begin to show their fruit. You've been faithful through seasons of uncertainty, through long periods where nothing seemed to move forward. Maybe you've even wondered at times if your prayers were heard at all. But remember, just because you couldn't see the sprouts breaking through didn't mean that nothing was happening. Beneath the surface, your blessings were gathering strength, waiting for precisely the right conditions to emerge into your reality. The people around you now, those diligently working to finalize your settlement, are more than just professionals doing their jobs. They're instruments of divine timing. Think of them as caretakers of your spiritual harvest, tasked with protecting what heaven has decreed is yours. They may not fully understand their role, but their actions, each step they take, each paper they sign, each protective measure they implement, are guided by a force greater than themselves. They're fulfilling a purpose that's bigger than any earthly agenda. They are conduits for a heavenly plan that's been unfolding steadily, carefully, and deliberately, preparing you for this exact moment. You might ask, why has it taken so long? Why couldn't this have happened sooner? It's natural to feel that way. We all get impatient waiting for our breakthroughs, don't we? But understand this clearly. Divine timing isn't late. It's perfect. Every delay, every setback, every moment you thought was wasted. These weren't mistakes or missteps. They were necessary pauses, allowing the spiritual roots beneath your blessings to deepen, to grow strong enough to support the abundant future that's now on your doorstep. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. Think about a fruit tree. When you plant it, it doesn't immediately bear fruit. Instead, it spends time growing deeper roots underground. Above ground, it might seem slow. You see leaves, but no fruit. Season after season, you wait. But beneath your feet, hidden in the earth, those roots are spreading wide, becoming stronger, preparing the tree to handle the abundance of fruit that's coming. This process can't be rushed. If the fruit appeared too soon, the branches wouldn't be strong enough to hold it. It would fall to the ground, wasted. But when the tree is ready, when the roots have stretched deep and wide, suddenly it bursts forth in abundance, and you realize it was worth the wait. Every precaution being taken around your situation right now, every safeguard, every protective measure, is spiritually symbolic. These measures aren't just there to ensure your money arrives safely. They're divine signals affirming your value, your purpose, your worth. Heaven itself is declaring, "This blessing belongs to my child. It's protected. It's secure. Nothing and no one can interfere with what's been ordained." If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Just as a precious jewel is safeguarded by careful hands and watchful eyes, so too is your divine inheritance being handled with utmost spiritual care. Each person assigned to your case, knowingly or unknowingly, is aligned with a higher intention, operating under guidance that transcends mere professionalism. They're part of a sacred relay, passing the baton of blessing from one secure hand to another, until it reaches yours exactly at the appointed time. You might wonder, why all this attention to my situation? It's because you matter greatly. Your journey isn't random or accidental. You've been chosen for this moment. You've endured hardships, weathered storms, faced challenges that others may never fully understand. Yet through it all, you've stood firm, trusting in a power greater than your circumstances. Your faith has set something powerful into motion, and the universe itself has responded, orchestrating people and events precisely for your benefit. The circumstances around your settlement are filled with spiritual symbolism. It's a moment marked by grace, mercy, and divine favor. Each step toward its finalization is watched over and guided meticulously by a higher power, ensuring nothing disrupts the sacred timing of its delivery. Even delays, if they occur, serve a purpose in aligning your blessing perfectly with your readiness and spiritual growth. Imagine, if you will, that your life is like a beautifully woven tapestry. Each thread, each color, each intricate pattern represents your experiences, your trials, your victories. Until now, you've only seen the backside of this tapestry, tangled threads, knots, unclear patterns, but soon you'll see the front side clearly. You'll understand how every difficulty, every waiting period, every seemingly random event was part of a divine masterpiece being woven just for you. Nothing was wasted. Every thread served a purpose, creating a picture more beautiful than you could have imagined. Those around you finalizing your settlement are like skilled artisans, carefully placing the final touches on your life's masterpiece. They ensure everything aligns perfectly, guided by a divine hand to secure the completion of this spiritual and material blessing. Their roles are significant, part of a larger purpose that goes beyond mere financial gain. They're contributing to a moment destined by heaven itself to affirm your worth, your purpose, and your destiny. Know this clearly. You are exactly where you're meant to be, precisely on schedule for what's coming your way. Your waiting hasn't been in vain. Your prayers haven't gone unheard. Your persistence, your faithfulness, your quiet acts of trust, all have reached heaven, where they've been multiplied and returned to you as this moment of profound blessing. This settlement isn't just about money. It's a testament to your spiritual growth, a tangible proof of divine faithfulness, and a launching pad into your future purpose. You are stepping into a season of abundance and peace, protected on all sides by divine favor. Trust deeply now. Embrace this moment with gratitude. Your time has come, your harvest is ready, and the divine caretakers around you ensure nothing can stop the beautiful, abundant blessing prepared especially for you. Sometimes life is a bit like a grand play unfolding on a stage. You might not always see what's going on behind the curtain, but there's always something bigger directing every scene. You might feel as though certain forces have been trying to write your story for you, pulling the strings, trying to control the narrative of your life. But here's the good news. God is the ultimate director of your story. He sees every act, every line, and every intention behind the scenes. No one can rewrite the script He has perfectly crafted just for you. The very people who tried to hold you down, who believed they could secretly manage your destiny, are now finding themselves caught up in their own web of deceit. Just as a gardener who plants thorny bushes around his own home eventually discovers he can't escape without injury, those who plotted against you are now facing the very consequences they intended for you. The veil they hid behind has been lifted by a divine hand. The darkness that concealed their plans has given way to the light of truth. They thought their actions were hidden, unnoticed, like whispers in a crowded room. But now, every detail of their schemes has been illuminated. Friend, you don't need to worry or carry anxiety in your heart, because every step they took to watch you, to manipulate outcomes, has now been documented and exposed. While they were busy keeping track of your every move, a greater force was quietly taking note of theirs. Every falsehood, every sneaky tactic has come to light precisely at the right moment. This isn't mere coincidence. It's divine orchestration. God allowed it, not to harm you, but to elevate you. He turned their efforts intended to bring you down into the very stepping stones that lift you higher. Those who thought they could secretly shape your future didn't realize one critical truth. God always has the final say. Their obsessive monitoring, their relentless efforts to interfere, have only served to bring about their own downfall. It's as though they dug a pit in your path, not realizing they themselves would be the ones to fall into it. Each effort they made to harm you, every hidden agenda they pursued, has been laid bare for all to witness. This exposure is not simply earthly, it's spiritual justice unfolding right before your eyes. You see, there's a divine principle at work here. God will not let injustice prevail indefinitely. He sees every tear you've shed, every sleepless night you've endured, and every moment you felt powerless. He saw when they plotted, whispered, and schemed, thinking no one was watching. And he promised, in due season, that what was done in darkness would come into the light. Your moment has arrived. The darkness that once surrounded you has been chased away by the radiant truth of divine justice. Your life is a reflection of a greater purpose. God chose you not only to experience victory, but to witness His unwavering commitment to justice. You were never alone in this struggle. Even when you couldn't see it, angels walked beside you, gathering evidence, quietly preparing for this moment of clarity and vindication. This revelation, this undeniable exposure of those who opposed you, is God's way of reassuring you that He's been in control all along. Now, as their carefully crafted illusions crumble, the path ahead of you becomes clearer and brighter than ever. What was meant to weaken you has strengthened your resolve. What was meant to break you has built your character. What was meant to derail your destiny has positioned you perfectly for blessings beyond measure. Your enemy's attempts to limit your life have instead set you free in ways they never anticipated. Take heart in knowing that the force guiding your life is infinitely greater than anything trying to stand in your way. God has meticulously arranged every detail so that the moment their deception was revealed would align perfectly with your readiness to step forward into your true calling. You're not stepping into uncertainty, you're stepping onto solid ground that God Himself has prepared. This exposure is more than a revelation of their wrongdoing. It's a confirmation of your righteousness, your purpose, your chosen path. The universe is responding directly to your perseverance, your faithfulness, your unwavering belief in something greater. You're witnessing divine justice in real time, proof that you're not forgotten, overlooked, or forsaken. You're being publicly validated by heaven itself. As their schemes fall apart, remember this clearly. God is turning their harmful intentions into stepping stones toward your ultimate victory. What seemed like endless challenges were actually setting the stage for a breakthrough that's bigger than anything you've imagined. Your purpose, your blessings, your future, nothing can be stolen from you. They tried and they failed, because no power on earth can overturn what God has ordained. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord guide your path. So today, walk confidently in this truth. Your life is protected, your blessings secured, your future brighter than ever. What others meant for harm, God has undeniably used for your good. The stage is now set for your greatest victory yet. Rejoice and hold your head high. Your best days aren't behind you, they're just beginning. Their actions were not without consequence. The system now stands fully aware of their interference, and the very forces they hoped to manipulate have turned against them. This exposure is part of a grander design, a cosmic check on their attempts to diminish your light. What was once hidden is now in plain sight, and the universe's law has intervened to ensure that nothing goes unnoticed. The protection you need is being activated at every level, and their attempts to block your progress are being neutralized. This moment of truth is a direct response to their misguided interference, and it marks the moment when the scales tip back into alignment. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. The final steps toward your settlement are not simply dictated by earthly systems. There is a divine timing at play, guiding each process with precision. Every action is calculated to ensure that this moment unfolds exactly as it should, with every factor aligned in your favor. The resources that are being directed toward you are not just ordinary monetary assets. They are carriers of a deeper purpose, meant to fuel your evolution and power. The universe has prepared you for this moment, and everything that is happening now is a direct result of that preparation. You are stepping into a new phase of power, one that is aligned with both earthly success and cosmic justice. The protection surrounding you is not just physical, but energetic. The forces that have been at work to shield your progress are tapping into a higher realm of guidance, making sure that every step you take is in alignment with the greater plan for your life. The challenges that have appeared along the way were never meant to stop you. They were designed to strengthen you, to prepare you for this moment of victory. With each barrier removed, You are growing stronger, more aligned with your divine purpose, and more capable of handling the extraordinary blessings that are on their way.